So we know Avengers 4 is going to be going in some rather insane and unexpected directions. Now, of course, there was a bunch of set photos that came out earlier this year that pretty much confused everybody. And of course, some set photos from last year when they finished shooting Avengers Infinity War and went straight into shooting Avengers 4 that pretty much flipped every theory we had upside down and made pretty much anything at this point a good enough theory that we should consider it, considering how insane it was. You know, we've seen set photos and costumes all hinting that there's going to be a lot of elements of different MCU movies from the past showing up in the present, or some sort of interdimensional travel or whatever they're gonna do. We really don't know. See what I mean? Like, we don't know which way it's going. Well, of course, some of the most talked about photos included the Avengers cast, except they're wearing their original Avengers costumes from the first movie, and it looks like they were recreating those events. Now, I've already made a video talking about and disproving that this is not the barf tech, as it's known, that they used in Civil War, where Tony recreates the past, which they try to pass it off on that with this like candied photo of what it was, and I was like, guys, that's a fake placement because they want us to think it's that. And that's pretty much now been confirmed by other people that this is only going to be used in a minor way. But when we go into these photos, they of course show Tony Stark in two different costumes and Loki in different, I guess you could say, versions of the binding he was in at the end of the Avengers. Now, let's point to the fact that someone on Twitter, specifically the user named Lokeed, that's L-O-K-I-E-E-D, so credit to him for finding this and websites reporting it, has found something rather interesting. And that's the fact that the outfit that Tony seems to be wearing in one of those photos, the SHIELD outfit, matches up with the SHIELD troopers that were escorting Loki on the helicarrier. So pretty much what the going theory is right now is that the Avengers are going to, with the help of Ant-Man, go back to the events of the Avengers, and like many of us speculated, they're going to be changing history. Tony Stark, dressing up like a member of SHIELD, specifically one of the SHIELD agents, is going to go back in there and probably rescue or save Loki and try to change the events of how they're going to come out so he doesn't necessarily activate the portal and everything, so they can deal with the actual, you know, cosmic cube and the stone within it in a different way to prevent the future from happening. So this kind of lines up with everything else we've heard, and that's some pretty major stuff right there when you really think about it. So we're just going to have to wait and see, but it seems like this is probably the best going theory and the one that lends itself to the most credibility.